Okay, recap of algebra. First of all, the meaning of terms. Any letter is a variable. So x is a variable, y is a variable, and z are variables. They're three different variables. And what they mean is there's a number hidden behind them, and the number hidden behind x is different to the number hidden behind y, is different to the number hidden behind z. So there are three different numbers, we just don't know what those numbers are. That's what a variable is. It's a number that we don't know what value it has yet, so we give it a letter. 2x is 2 multiplied by the variable x. 2 plus x is the number 2 added to the variable x. And then x squared, so x to the power of 2, is that variable multiplied by itself. It's x multiplied by x. So I'd go to the textbook and have a look at the questions related to that right now, but I'm going to keep going with something a little bit different. So in this case, I've got this algebraic expression. So algebra expression, x squared plus 2x plus 2, and each of those are different terms. That's a term that's squared, that's an x, and there's no x at all there. So they're considered different terms, and like I have here, you can't add or subtract unlike terms. These, however, 3x, 4x, and 1x, they're all x to the power of 1. So the thing about the x is the same in each case, so they can be added together. And how we add these or subtract them is we read the sentence from left to right, and I said put in a word instead of the x. So 3x raised and 4x raised and 1x raised, when you add those together, I get 8x raised. So they're like terms, they can be added together. All right, the last thing then for this video is actually adding and subtracting like terms. So you might have something here. You'd be asked to simplify this. So simplify means you have to multiply, add, or subtract. And the first thing you need to do when you're adding and subtracting is identify the like terms. So we have a thing with x, we have another thing with x. So they're like terms. And if I was to put 2x and 5x together, I'm adding them. I'd have, 2x and 3x together, I get 5x. I have a plus 4y and I have a minus 3y. They're like terms. If I'm going to put the two of them together, I'd add and subtract them. 4y minus 3y is plus 1y. And remember, we can write that as just y. And there are two terms left then. They're just numbers. 6 and 2, add and subtract those, and you get 8. And you can't simplify that any further because they're not like terms. So that's as far as you can go. In other words, that's the answer. All right, 3 questions here. Pause the video, do them, and then come back for the answers. All right, here we go for the solutions and the answers then. We've got a 2x, we've got a 3x, and we've got a 4x. They're like terms. So 2 and 3 and 4x altogether are 9x's. There's another term there that has to be included in the description. And we're simplifying our description basically by saying instead of adding together all those 4 terms, it's the same as calling it out like 9x plus 2. Let's have a look at these. Well, they're like terms because they're numbers. These two have x's attached to them, and there's a hidden power of 1 there. So they're like terms as well. So I have 2 minus 4, which is minus 2, and minus 3x minus 5x is minus 8x. And the last one, identify the like terms. So there's a y, there's another thing with a y, there's another thing with a y, and another thing with a y. So this is y plus 4y is 5, minus 3 is 2, minus 1 is 1. 1y, and then we have an x term, and we have a plus 4 term there as well. They're different to each other, and they're also different to the y. So we write those down, and there's your answer. That's as simple as you can write that expression. That's the end of video recap number 1.